Thank you, Juan. My name is William, and I'm a founder and CEO of PettyGigs. PettyGigs provide opportunities for youth to earn and gain financial freedom. So we're solving a three-sided problem. One is with the businesses and working adults. Working adults, they juggle work and they juggle the work commitment and caring for their small children and seniors, whereas businesses find it hard to find labor due to the labor shortage. But then we have over 50 million youth in the U.S. that are willing to help, willing to use their talent, but there are limited opportunities, especially for those youth that are from low-income communities. So speaking about opportunities, my why for PettyGigs is because I represent these underserved youth. Originally, I'm from Liberia, West Africa. I grew up in war and poverty, but had the opportunity to come to the U.S. And someone gave me the opportunity to live the American dream. So I'm on a quest to do the same to these youth. And I call it the American dream in your pocket. Our solution is a simple and practical platform that connects anyone looking for help with a service to people who can perform the service, teens and young adults who can perform the service. So what we do, we provide, we save time, precious time for the busy professionals. For the businesses, we provide them a pool of untapped labor. And then for the teens and young adults, we provide them with flexibility, financial independence, and entrepreneurial opportunities. There are many players in this field, what we're trying to do, and some are huge, but it's important to cite their limitations. Most of them only provide professional labor that makes it inaccessible to some people wanting that, as well as make it unaffordable for some. Most of them do not provide same-day service, and none of them provide a platform that provide earning opportunity as well as financial literacy or financial freedom tools. PettyGigs is a holistic platform that provides earning and investing opportunities for youth, as well as lower rates, flexibility, and same-day service. We're operating in two spaces that are rapidly growing. The U.S. gig economy is a $3 billion market and growing, and the fintech industry is a $309 billion market and played mostly by Gen Zs and young millennials. We have a product that is simple. It has it does intelligent matching to connect the teens and young adults to businesses and working professionals, and have a lot of safety features included. We launched our pilot in July of 2021, and to date, we are approaching 2,000 signups and doing real jobs right here in Charlotte. We are also going to be launching the fintech aspect of this in second quarter of this year, which will include ESG investing, and later on investing for custodial investing and also cryptocurrencies. Later on next year, we'll be doing student gigs and pro gigs to get two extra streams of income. So the team that is going to be executing this vision is here. I have a master's degree in information technology as well as an MBA. I've worked in corporate America for over 15 years, executing global projects before I became a full-time entrepreneur. My co-founder has an MBA from NYU, and I've worked on Wall Street for a little bit as an investment banker before becoming a full-time entrepreneur. We're also lucky to have two great advisors. One is a very successful business startup founder here in Charlotte. Our business model right now is based off of transaction fees. We take 10% transaction from each customers, and assuming that we have a $20 average transaction, we're targeting to be making about $21.6 million in the next 36 months. We are currently seeking to raise $250K in pre-seed funding that is going to be used to enhance the product, effectively market the product, and add to the team. So this is PettyGigs. Thank you.
I'll let you go first.
Sure. Well, on the heels of International Women's Day, get more women on your team. You got one. I need to see a lot more. But that being said, slow walk me through the investing part. So I heard you say investing a couple of times, but I'm trying to understand where that fits in to what you're building.
Right. So the investing piece, say a teen or young adult have the opportunity to use their talent to work on PettyGigs. There's going to be integrated investing, right? So I make $100 a week. I want to put 50% of that to grow instead of just going to use it to buy the next Jordan that comes up, right? So over time, that money can grow as I work on the platform. It can grow to buy my first car or help towards my college, tuition, or buy my first home. Okay, and one of the reasons for that, I spoke about student loan debt. So the cost of college tuition has grown about 200% over the last 10 years or so. And that impacts teens and young adults, millennials, trying to get their first home, trying to get their first car. Because of student loan debt, they cannot, do it. They cannot, do that. So our platform provides them the opportunity to gain the financial freedom and save for the future while they work.
Gotcha. So just a piece of feedback, I would weave that a little bit differently into your pitch so that you're providing young adults an opportunity to defer some of their salary, from taking it home immediately and investing in their future to defer college loan debt or something like that. That way you're tying it in an easy to understand story so it doesn't sound like two very disparate products, because I got a little turned around in the middle there. Can you flip backwards for me? That's one more. There we go. Talk to me a little bit about your MVP. You had 2,000 signups. How's that rolled out? Or those people signed up to do work? Are they on the work side and they have jobs, or are they on the we will work when there is work available? And how's that gone so far?
It's a combination of both. So when we launched the pilot, it was more of a customer discovery thing. So we left it, open a bit. And right now we have about 70-30 split. We have users that have sign up from, apart from North Carolina, we have Texas, California, and Florida with, a lot of signups. And so that informs us where, after we get density in Charlotte, where to go next. Right. So, it was more of a customer discovery thing. So now we're raising money now to create hyper density in Charlotte so that we can have more, recurring transactions going on.
Gotcha. And then last question, and then I'll relinquish talking for a little while. How are you going to keep those higher skilled folks from crowding out your low skilled youth? Because me as a customer, I definitely would probably prefer someone with higher skills. Right. It's great to do good for people, but if I want something done really quickly and expertly, the high skilled people will come in and they may just do it really fast, right, just knowing that that's some really quick, easy money and a quick, low-hanging fruit job. So how are you going to kind of keep those people from crowding out your youth? Is it price point, or how are you going to keep them out?
Yeah, it's price point. And, the platform, when you're requesting gig, you have the opportunity to choose your skill level. Now, for this part, the pilot, it's mostly like things that anyone can do. When we launch our pro gigs, it's going to be integrated, but kind of separate. So you want to post job, and okay, you need an HVAC person. So I need a pro, and that's when they're going to come in. But for right now, the platform is built around college students, and yeah. And then one thing I didn't mention as far as our attraction, so apart from what we've launched, we have few businesses that have come up to us wanting to tap into the labor that we have. So we just signed an agreement, for example, with a local cleaning company that we're going to start supplying, with labor. And then UNCC, we just talked to their career advisors to combine forces with PettyGigs so that we can serve their students with local jobs.
I lied. One last question. I hear and I get the student youth employment thing. How does ProGigs jive with that? It feels like if you go towards the pro route, it's going to take you off of your core mission and core purpose of serving youth unemployment and providing that opportunity. So how is ProGigs sticking with that?
So our whole goal is to serve teens and young adults. There are some young adults that, they are pro at what they do. So we want to fit them into this, right? So their business model is going to be slightly, different. It's going to be lead-based versus the on-demand, stuff. So our core message is still going to be targeted towards the, Gen Zs and millennials, but giving them the opportunity, the older ones that still, have talent but no real opportunity, giving them the opportunity to play as well.
Got it. When I was a teenager, I worked at Denny's, so I had no skill sets. So, got it.
So William, I'm going to start out by saying I'm a fellow immigrant, so I'm a big believer in the American dream. So congrats on where you are, and great job on the presentation. I love the organization. I've got certain things that I really like to see in a pitch like this, and you hit every one of the points. So very well done. And my only comment on the presentation is white space is your friend. Right? So you can talk about a lot of stuff, but if you kind of get a little bit more white space on the slides, it actually helps people absorb it. And then you can still talk about some of the points, but a little more white space is almost universally a good thing. Again, the problem definition was great. Your solution, you made it very clear, and you talked about kind of the mission, and I liked your magic quadrant right around the competition, because I always like to see those, so that was good. You differentiated yourself there. You got a little light, and I know it's hard to do in the time frame you have on the product. You said it was intelligent matching, and I know there was probably a lot more there, but the core on something like you're doing when you're actually building a marketplace platform is the technology is really important. So I would have wanted you to do a little bit more of that, the traction and roadmap slide, again, it was a little busy, but it was good because it showed kind of where you were. That was good. And I'm a reforming economist, and I'm a big believer in marketplace. In fact, I'm invested in probably about 12 of them over the last 30 years, and they're really good. But marketplace models have a fundamental problem in that you have to get both. You have to get both sides of the market, right? You've got to get the people providing the labor and the people that want the labor, and you got to put them together. And there really wasn't a lot that I saw on your slides that talked about how you're going to do acquisition on both sides, because the only way you make a market is you have buyers and sellers, right?
So I can touch on that. We do have a two-sided strategy for our customer acquisition, and it's based on community-based marketing as well as digital marketing. So for community-based marketing, we're going to be partnering with churches. We're going to be partnering with schools. Like we already started with UNCC. We've already started talking with the YMCA, where we're going to be capturing both the teens and then their parents are there. So there's a local YMCA that wants us integrated into their youth program that we're going to be doing it. And then digital marketing. So there's Nextdoor, there's Facebook. There's Facebook groups with moms and working professionals. All of those are on our customer acquisition strategy.
And then two more quick comments. And one, whenever you're building a marketplace, one of the things that is also hard to do is how do you prevent leakage off the market in trades that happen outside of the marketplace? So don't know if you've thought down that path, but that's just something to think about. Because I've actually seen that kill a couple of marketplaces historically. I can tell you offline some stories there. And then one other thing, have you chatted with somebody that has actually built a marketplace? Who's been through this whole process?
Right.
Have you heard of Rody out of Atlanta? Rody, they do business delivery, right? So if you want to deliver a package, you can go onto their platform and you can get it delivered by somebody on their platform. So the founder and CEO there is somebody I'm happy to introduce you to because he's been through building out a marketplace, right? Might be helpful.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.